I was up at Old Trafford on Monday
Yes.
for the Glazers out protest, and I think, fair play that it all went as well as it could have gone, mostly. Are they majorly to blame at the moment when you look at the performances on the pitch, Darren?
Yeah, because I think there's a culture of the club driven by commercialism rather than the ethics and that United are being built on, and the ethos of the club has surrounded hard work as a prerequisite for even wearing the Man United shirt, let alone going out onto the pitch. And I think that's come second in recent years to social media engagement and commercialism. And I think because the club is so knee deep in that commercialism, it's translating onto the pitch. You've got individuals rather than a team on the pitch, but all of those individuals have a commercial value. And obviously that's all crowned by the arrival of Ronaldo, a player that is signed from a position of weakness, really. And now it would cost them too much. It would appear to just say, we made a mistake. Not we made a mistake. We tried it. It hasn't worked. Let's move on. He clearly wants to go. Let's cut our losses. And so it's been allowed to bleed into this season, if you like. But in terms of the players on the pitch, they still do have a job to do. And I saw that everyone saw that debate on with our colleagues at Sky about who is to blame. I think they're both to blame, because on the one hand, you do have the Glazers for all the reasons I've just said. On the other hand, we know now that the players are capable of putting in a shift and turning up for work, and they did that the other night. So now we need to see that in every game. Whether they win or lose, we need to see a level of graft and industry from them that justifies them being allowed to wear that shirt.
As well, with the protest that night as well, is there a way that can galvanise players as well of a club to perform more, Jermaine?
It depends who's in the ranks. So if you've got homegrown players who bleed Manchester United, understand
rivalry,
everything about the football club in terms of the fan base, in terms of the history of the club, and what it means to every single family member, then absolutely that one player will be the leader, so to speak, in bringing everybody together and getting them to understand what it means to represent this massive football club. If you don't have somebody like that in the club that doesn't have the same emotional attachment to it,
are you suggesting somebody there?
It could possibly go over your head.
Are you suggesting someone there?
No.
We can say that Ronaldo.
Yeah,
we can say that. Sure.
Look,
yeah.
There's no doubting over the last 12, 13, 14 years, give or take, Cristiano Ronaldo has been the best or the second best football player in the world consistently. Alongside Lionel Messi. That's not even up for debate. But he's in it for himself, and he has to be, because of what he's built around himself. He's a one-man juggernaut. You look at the stats that this guy's got in every single country he's been to, every accolade he's won. He has to be in it for himself, and I don't judge him for that. I think he's a phenomenal human being, a phenomenal football player. But is he at the age of 37 prepared
38.
to 38? Is he? Sorry. Is he at 38 prepared to run through brick walls like a lot of the younger guys? No, he's not, because it's not going to benefit him personally.
I should say 37. I was fair to 38 in February.
Okay. It's creeping up,
so
Ronaldo.
I was right then.
Just on that point, by the way, about players who run through walls, I think we saw a different Marcus Rashford the other night.
Absolutely. Selfless.
Absolutely. Is that the start of the turn for Marcus Rashford, because he's a player that we all want to see going back to his best form?
It's the start for Marcus Rashford. It's the start for Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes, how good did he look without Cristiano Ronaldo being in the team? There's less pressure on him when Cristiano Ronaldo's out of the team. You look at who else was there? Anthony Martial, when he came on. How good was he? Created the Marcus Rashford's goal. Brilliant little bit of football in the middle of the field, fed him through. They play as a unit, as a team, and this, for Manchester United to get back to the stages that we became accustomed to seeing, has to be step one, bare minimum. The bare minimum has to be what we saw against Liverpool. Anything other than that, unacceptable.
Okay.
No, I was about to say, I think some people think that if we say that Ronaldo shouldn't be in the team, we're having a pop at Ronaldo, we're criticising Ronaldo, and it's not. I think everyone accepts that Ronaldo is one of, as you've been saying, the two greatest players there's ever been, probably the three greatest players, with Pele. But I think as far as he is concerned, and four greatest players,
and
we could keep going all night. But the point I'm trying to make is that, as far as he is concerned, if you look at Man United, if you look at the other teams in the top six, they're all teams that are relatively young. They're built for the next 5 years. Arsenal, if you look at Spurs, okay, they're built for the here and now, but he's going to try to bring,
a few good youngsters in there as well.
Exactly. And then if you look at Man City, they've won all those titles, but now they've tried to bring the average age down. Look at Liverpool, they're trying to do the same thing, rebuilding that team.
Are Liverpool, because their average age is the oldest, I think, of any Premier League side at the moment.
Well, but he's trying to bring it down with the arrival of Fabio Carvalho, Luis Diaz. He's got Harvey Elliott who's coming into the team. Nunes is only 22. He's trying to bring the average. People say, "Oh, well, he should never have signed Sadio Mane." How long can Sadio Mane keep going? He's 30 years of age. You've got to rebuild the team, and that's what he's trying to do. And then you look at Man United. And then you see this whole Ronaldo situation, and you think, well, that's at odds with bringing in Malacia, and it's at odds with bringing in Martinez and some of the other players that could, Cody Gakpo and Anthony. Why would you do that if you're going to have this guy still at the club? So we admire him, but United have got to move forward.
Okay, Southampton against Manchester United this weekend. Exclusive for you on talkSPORT. Sam Matterface and former England striker Dean Saunders going to be at that game for you as well.